Welcome to episode 12 of A Day in the Life at the Ridgecrest Community Garden. Today we're going to be composting. We're going to be breaking down the compost you see behind us so that we can create more nutrients for our soil. We should be breaking this compost down at least once a week so that it can start to disintegrate, turn into soil, add extra nutrients to our soil, and then keeping that process going. So we're going to be spending time, just me and the kids today, breaking down the compost, showing how much kids actually really enjoying composting. The kids were extremely excited to come here and compost today, so that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be having tons of fun. You can see that the kids are already into the compost bin. This compost bin and compost right here was donated to us. It's vermicomposting. You can see that there's tons of worms. You can see that my baby is very interested in what's in here. He'll probably just dump his whole body. He'll probably just jump in here. But it's important that kids, especially, you know, now in this pandemic, that kids get their hands dirty. You know, they continue to build that connection with nature. There's tons of bees over here. I gotta swat away. There's a beehive close by. We actually had to run. That bee just would not leave us alone. And so yeah, we're gonna come back over here. Here, you could go ahead. See all the worms in here? Yeah, take one. Make sure you put them back in. So I am going to start unraveling these. We're gonna dump it. We're gonna make one whole pile out of these, and then we're gonna use the shovels, break it down as much as we can, and then we are going to add them back. So I want you to see how full they are now. Once we break it down, it may even, you know, break down where it just stops halfway. So, or we may be able to break it down and then put these into two and have one empty so we can start a new pile. So keep you updated on that. While the kids are playing, I'm going to start the compost, and then we're going to break it all down and take it from there. All right, the kids are doing a great job at breaking down the compost and making new discoveries. They can see one of the pumpkins breaking down the gourds.
Well, look inside here.
I know. Break it down some more so we can see what's inside. Break it down. More gourds and pumpkins. Baby Tyrone is grabbing the shovel, doing what he do. But look how beautiful this compost is. Look at the difference over there. And then once you start breaking it down, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Your scraps will break down and go right back to the earth from which it came from. There's a bee! Run, 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 run! There's a bee! Run, Tyrone, run! The bees want to bother us today. Now, let's go look at the bees. Let's actually go take a look at the beehive. Let's see how much they're producing. I don't know if you can see from here, from the camera, but we had a lot of bees that didn't make it. But we had a lot of bees because they're reproducing so much and so fast. I'm cringing over here. I'm kidding. But yeah, we have, our beehive is thriving. They're preparing for spring. Oh.
What are you doing?
Get
out of there!
All right, you may have heard me just gag right now. So a bee flew in my mouth as I was talking. So I might break out later, but right here. But that's a day in the life. This is what we go through at the garden when we deal with bees and we deal with the compost and we deal with lots of insects and stuff here. So we're going to get back to composting. Look, my son is back there laughing. All right,
This one's mine.
back to composting, back to composting. So we're starting on the second pile. And my oldest son, no, start from the top, Maxwell. My oldest son is going to start bringing it down low. So we can start breaking it up. And make sure you bring it to the cement. All right, so we're gonna start our last compost pile. We're gonna start emptying that out, creating one huge pile, breaking it down. So you can tell, look, it looks good. And once we put them back into the containers, I mean, not the containers, but once we put them back into their piles, they're gonna be mostly broken down into soil. So the next time we break it down, that's when we will be adding them to the tumbler bin so that we can start tumbling them for a few weeks. And then once we start adding more soil to our raised beds, we're going to mix it with compost so that we can get rich soil, so we can get a higher yield of our crops, add more nutrients to our soil. So it's going to be wonderful. All right, you might hear me breathing hard a little bit. This is labor intensive, but we have all the piles cleared out. We're going to continue to break them down. I'm going to let the kids play on the compost pile, and then, you know, that's it.
Malcolm, get down.
Composting is fun. I mean, especially for young children. Young children, they like to get outdoors. They like to play in dirt. They like to make new discoveries. They like to do all these things. It's good for their autonomy. You know, it's good for their interactive play. It's good for their social skills. It's good for engaging with others. You know, exploration. There's so many different things children can get out of the practical skill of composting. That's the end of episode 12, the day in life at the Ridgecrest Community Garden, and we'll see you next time.
Happy